Wait a moment before you scroll away. If this message found you today, there's a reason. Not coincidence, not algorithm. Somewhere in the quiet unfolding of your life, a moment arrived when your heart needed to hear something your mind could not figure out on its own. And if your thoughts have been racing lately, if your mind feels like a room where the lights never turn off, if you have been carrying worries that no one else seems to notice, then this message is meant for you. Krishna may be speaking to the very place inside you that feels tired of thinking about everything. Because the truth is, overthinking is a silent storm. From the outside, everything may look normal. You may still go to work, answer messages, smile when people speak to you, and move through your responsibilities like everyone else. But inside your mind, it feels like a battlefield that never rests. Questions circle endlessly. What if I fail? What if I am already too late? The same thoughts replay when you try to sleep. The same worries wake up before you do. Sometimes it feels like your mind is working against you instead of helping you. You lie awake at night, staring into the darkness, replaying conversations that already ended, imagining problems that have not even happened yet. The ceiling above you becomes a screen where every fear projects itself. You calculate your finances, thinking about bills, responsibilities, expectations. You wonder if you are doing enough, if you chose the right path, if the opportunities you missed will ever return again. And while the world sleeps peacefully around you, your thoughts keep moving, circling, tightening like invisible ropes around your chest. Maybe no one around you truly knows how heavy it has become. You might carry your stress quietly because you do not want to worry your family. Maybe you tell your friends you're fine, even when you're not. Perhaps you scroll through social media and see everyone else's life moving forward while you feel stuck, wondering why your journey seems slower, harder, more uncertain. Sometimes the pressure is financial. You think about responsibilities that seem bigger than your current resources. You wonder how everything will work out. You calculate possibilities again and again, hoping your mind will discover some hidden solution. Sometimes the pressure is emotional. You feel alone even in crowded rooms. You wish someone would simply understand without needing explanation. You wish someone would tell you that the path ahead will open. Sometimes the pressure is internal. The quiet fear that maybe you are falling behind in life, that others are moving forward while you are still figuring things out. And when your mind becomes this crowded, even simple moments feel heavy. Joy becomes difficult. Peace feels distant. Your thoughts keep asking questions that your heart cannot answer. But listen carefully now, because this is the moment where something gentle enters the chaos. Krishna has always spoken to minds like yours. Not only to saints sitting peacefully in temples, not only to monks living in mountains. Krishna speaks most powerfully to the confused, the anxious, the exhausted, the ones standing in the middle of life's battlefield, wondering what to do next. Krishna understands the mind that cannot stop thinking. In the ancient wisdom of the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna did not begin by speaking to someone calm. He spoke to someone overwhelmed, someone whose thoughts had become so heavy that his body began to tremble. Arjuna. On the vast battlefield of Kurukshetra, thousands of warriors stood ready. Conch shells echoed across the horizon. Dust rose beneath the feet of armies. The sky itself seemed to hold its breath before the battle would begin. Arjuna, one of the greatest warriors who had ever lived, stood in his chariot at the center of that battlefield. His armor shone under the rising sun. His bow, the mighty Gandiva, rested firmly in his hands. But then something happened. Arjuna looked across the battlefield and saw not just enemies, but people he knew. Teachers, friends, family members. His thoughts began to race, his mind filled with questions. Doubt crept into his heart like a sudden shadow. His hands began to tremble. The bow slipped from his grip. His chest tightened. And in that moment, the great warrior who had never feared any enemy felt completely overwhelmed by his own thoughts. He turned to Krishna, who was guiding his chariot, and spoke words that echo through time. My mind is confused. My heart is weak. I do not know what is right anymore. Arjuna, the strongest warrior, had become a prisoner of overthinking. And Krishna did not judge him. Krishna did not rush him. Krishna did not tell him he was weak. Krishna listened. Then, calmly, compassionately, With the wisdom of the universe behind every word, Krishna began to guide him. Not by removing the battlefield, not by erasing the challenges, but by transforming the way Arjuna understood his mind, his fear, and his purpose. And maybe, just maybe, this moment in your life is your Kurukshetra. Not a battlefield of swords and armies, but a battlefield of thoughts, a battlefield of decisions, a battlefield of uncertainty, a battlefield where your mind keeps asking questions your heart feels too tired to answer. But just as Krishna stood beside Arjuna, Krishna is not distant from you now. The same calm presence that guided a warrior through doubt is the presence that can quiet an overthinking mind. Take a slow breath, right now, because this prayer is not only words. It is a moment where you allow your mind to step out of its endless loops and place your burden somewhere greater than your own thoughts. Krishna, gentle guide of the restless mind, we come before you with thoughts that have become too heavy to carry alone. You see the worries that live quietly inside this listener's heart. You see the nights when sleep refused to come because their mind kept searching for answers. You see the questions they have been asking themselves again and again. Lord Krishna, calm the storms inside their mind. Where their thoughts have become tangled with fear, bring clarity. Where anxiety has tightened around their heart, release peace. Where exhaustion has replaced hope, breathe new strength. Krishna, you are the charioteer of the lost and the confused. Just as you held the reins for Arjuna when he could not see his path clearly, take the reins of this listener's life today. Guide their steps when their thoughts try to lead them into worry. Guide their heart when doubt whispers that they are not enough. Guide their mind when fear tries to convince them that tomorrow will be worse than today. Krishna, quiet the voice of overthinking. Remind them that the future does not need to be solved tonight. Remind them that not every question requires an answer today. Remind them that life unfolds one step at a time. Krishna, bring protection over their life. Protect their mind from endless worry. Protect their heart from discouragement. Protect their family from harm. Protect their path from hidden dangers. Where doors seem closed, open new ones. Feel distant, bring unexpected blessings. Where financial stress weighs heavily on their thoughts, release provision and stability. Krishna, you know the silent prayers they have not spoken aloud. You know the burdens they carry quietly. You know the responsibilities that feel overwhelming. Lift those burdens, strengthen their spirit, restore their confidence. And if you feel this prayer speaking to your heart right now, take a moment to breathe deeply and whisper these words with faith. Krishna is guiding me. My mind will find peace. My path will open. I will not fear today. Because sometimes Krishna sends a message just days before everything begins to change. Sometimes the very moment when your mind feels most exhausted is the moment right before clarity arrives. Sometimes the night of overthinking is simply the mind standing at the edge of transformation. Krishna does not abandon those who seek him with a tired heart. Krishna walks beside those who feel uncertain. Krishna strengthens those who feel like giving up. Now, as you listen, something gentle is shifting within you. The thoughts that once felt overwhelming begin to slow. The pressure inside your chest begins to soften. The endless questions inside your mind begin to lose their grip. Because peace does not come from solving every problem. Peace comes from remembering that you are not solving life alone. Krishna is already guiding the next chapter of your life. There are solutions you cannot yet see. Opportunities moving quietly toward you. People who will appear at the right time. Doors that will open when the moment is right. Your mind has been trying to control everything because it believes that worry will somehow protect you. But Krishna reminds you gently today that your role is not to control every outcome. Act with sincerity. To trust that the path will reveal itself step by step. Krishna, bring peace into this listener's mind. Let tonight be different from the nights before. Let their thoughts finally rest. Let their heart remember that they are guided. Let their spirit feel protected. And as this prayer comes to its quiet ending, let them feel something simple but powerful. They were not forgotten. They were not overlooked. This message reached them because they are standing at a turning point in their life. Krishna has not left their side. Krishna is already preparing the road ahead. The confusion will clear, the mind will quiet, the strength they thought they lost will return, and the next chapter of their life will unfold with guidance they cannot yet fully see. Tonight, release the thoughts that have been exhausting your mind. Place them gently into Krishna's hands, and allow your heart to rest in the quiet truth that you are protected, guided, and never walking alone.